this. It's your girl Rachel. We are back for another amazing episode for What's Up Dallas Magazine show. I have Lexi here. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you're here. And I heard about your nonprofit, and I kind of wanted to get like your backstory on how you got started. So you tell everybody who you are and your nonprofit.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is actually Kadian, but I go by Lexi in the different industries. So our mission really for Tea and Transformation has been my brainchild for almost over a year, actually, a little bit over a year. And it really started, Rachel, just to share, when I migrated from Jamaica to Texas. We were here for a little bit over a month, and things went awry with our friend that we were with, and my son and I, at the time he was 4, ended up homeless.
Right.
And that was a very traumatic experience, as you can imagine, because we're not used to that. We're coming from our culture, we have our businesses or profitable jobs or cars and houses and such, to end up not knowing where we're gonna stay, having no friends, no family, and just having to figure it out. Just by the grace of God, I connected with powerful women within Arlington who pointed me in directions to get assistance.
Right.
That assistance helped us to avoid the shelter, because just thinking about that was just scary, and I did not want my son to be exposed to that type of lifestyle.
Right.
And we were able to find an apartment. We were able to get an apartment, even at that time being unemployed, not having anything but our suitcases.
Right.
And coming from that note, just being able to connect with those women who helped us, who poured into us, uplifted us. At this point, I was like, we're doing a lot better. And I just wanted to create an avenue where we can also pass it forward and help women and children out there who are suffering. So our mission really for Tea and Transformation, which is our event on May 26th, it is a fundraiser. We're trying to raise money to assist the helpless and the homeless women and their children within the DFW area. We do not want to go through organizations that are already established.
Right.
We want to go out under the bridge, on the side of the road, speak to these women and see how best we can help to uplift them. What are their needs? How are we able to help them? Not just giving them the money, but if it is that we need to find them a house or apartment or a situation where they're able to can uplift themselves, clean them up, give them a makeover, help them to find a job, help them to get their children in school. We have a wide resource of powerful women who have partnered with us in this mission, who have guaranteed that, hey, if you need assistance with these women, we're here to help.
That's amazing. And I mean, when you told me about your organization, I was like all for it, because this is definitely a need, that especially in DFW, that you can literally drive past the bridge or down the city streets and you see people, you know, all over that are homeless, and majority of them are women and children.
Yes.
So I mean, it's just that it's a need, and I'm so glad to be able to help you out, get the word out there for your organization.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And another thing we recognize with these women too, they're homeless not because of drug addiction. Most of them have a mental illness disorder, and because either they're women of color or based on their lifestyle or even background or history, the system have neglected them. And this is just an opportunity just to help them, just to inspire, engage with them, and hopefully help them to transform their lives.
Absolutely. And that's a very powerful statement as well, because, you know, it is true. Like, a lot of people just get overlooked in the system. They're like, oh, that's fine, she looks perfectly able to do what she needs to do, but they never take the time to actually feel the background of those people. They never actually feel the need of what these people are going through. So I mean, oh my gosh, my heart breaks whenever I see a mother and a child on the street, and I'm just like, I just really want to help you, but,
right?
You know, and you know, there's such a need for all of this, and people just really don't know where to go to get the help.
They don't.
So how can people find you?
So they can find us. You can follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is T_transformations with an S. You can also follow us on Facebook, just T and Transformation, the ampersand and. You can also give us a call at 817-690-9537. And finally, you can email us at t.transformations with an S at gmail.com. And we'll happily engage with you and assist in any way that we can.
Absolutely. Now, I mean, now that we got your organization out of the way, I want to know, like, your transition from Jamaica to Texas. What made you change direction and come here?
Wow, Rachel.
Your testimony.
Okay, so this is really a heartwarming story for me. Okay, so when I was in Jamaica, I owned my own business. I was a mom. I had my vehicles, my home, but mentally I was suffering mentally. When I had my son in 2018, my father died, and my father was my rock. He was my everything.
Right.
I think if it wasn't for my son was 5 months old. If it wasn't for my son, chances are I would have been in the grave with him, because I could not have seen my life without him.
Right.
After he passed, in years, the same year going into the following year, I realized that I was suffering from depression, anxiety. I had a massive panic attack in the year of 2019, December, which is a year and a couple months after he died. And I did not understand or recognize myself. I developed a lot of bad habits.
Right.
And granted, I love being a mom, and it never affected my son, but I was having physical ailments. I went to the doctor. My general practitioner told me, there's nothing physically wrong with you, but you need to get mental help, because if you continue on this trajectory, you're going to end up throwing your baby over a bridge. That scared me so much, because Connor Aiden is all I have at that point. He was my everything. So I decided to do the deep work. I went into therapy, and it is something I always encourage women to do, because when we become moms, some women suffer from postpartum.
Right.
I was one of those, and I was not aware. And so while I was suffering, I was getting the help that I needed, but I recognized that I was still suffering. I spoke to a friend of mine who resided in Texas. She's also a therapist. And she said, maybe a change of environment would be good for you.
Right.
My son was being bullied at school because he looks different. He has light skin, hazel eyes, he speaks proper English, so he was being bullied a lot. And in sharing that with her, she said, well, you know, come to Texas, explore Texas, see what it has to offer, the schooling system, and then if not, then, you know, you can always figure it out after that, because the intent was to go to Florida.
Right.
I went to college in Florida. I have friends and family in Florida, so that seemed the likely route to go.
Right.
In any event, I decided to embark on the journey to Texas. I took a trip before migrating here.
Right.
I loved the landscape. It looked beautiful to me. The people were friendly. The roads were clean. It's really the simple things for me.
Yeah.
And then Connor and I came in August of 2022. And then in September of 2022, we found ourselves homeless. My best friend in Canada said, well, go back to Jamaica. But at that time, I felt like I couldn't, based on what we did. We sold everything.
Right.
I sold my cars. I closed down my business. I resigned from my job. So I'm like, what is there to go back to?
Right.
For whatever reason, we're to be here. God said, stay here. And I always believe that when he puts you through different experiences, it's not for us to ask, why is this happening to me, as opposed to, why not me?
Right.
Because this is just an opportunity for me to grow and learn, and then be able to share my story to women or people across the world to help them to grow too. I started my hair business. I started my food business after I got the apartment, because now we have to pay rent.
Right.
Connor was enrolled in school. Thankfully, we didn't have to pay tuition, so I was grateful for that. But we still had to be an adult, and adulting sometimes can be rough.
Yes, it can.
So I'm the type of person, my dad always says, there's no one there to help you. So what type of life do you want to live? Whatever you want to live, you are responsible for. So I heard him in my head telling me, you can do this because you have the skill set to not just survive, but to thrive.
Yes.
And then I started my business, and then here we are today.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing your testimony. I really appreciate it. I know it took a lot out of you. Because, I mean, anytime someone has that opportunity to speak their testimony, somebody else is going to hear it.
Yes.
And they're going to be like, she's speaking my story. So, I mean, it's very important that we put that out there. People know the actual real reason why you're doing what you're doing and why you're so passionate.
Yes.
And I just want to, like, kind of touch on the topic. You said mental health, you know, that was something you were struggling with. So I often see that us women, especially us moms, we put up a front sometimes that we are strong and we can make it through anything. But I want you to kind of like talk to our viewers about why it's so important for us moms to also get mental health whenever we're struggling, like why that is so important.
So thank you for that question. It's very important for me, just my experience. It's important because my son and our children never asked to be here, right? We brought them here because we wanted to be moms, or mothers, parents. It's highly important for us to put ourselves forward so we can show up for them. But we are going to always be unable to show up for them if we're unable to show up for ourselves. And when I say this, I'm getting chills because it was very hard for me to hear, if I do not get the help I need, I'm going to throw my baby over a bridge. It was a hard pill to swallow, to be very honest. But embarking on the journey, you know, being able to share and heal, not just heal from my adult wounds, but heal from my childish wounds, my childish traumas, which then evolved into shaping the person I am.
Right.
So we're now unlearning to relearn how to love ourselves, because I can't love my son if I don't love me. I will not be able to be stable and mentally available for him, not just physically available, not just paying the money and putting him here, but giving him the attention he needs to survive and to thrive, to evolve into the man that I want him to be, you know, a loving, kind man.
Yes.
We have to be able to love ourselves. I never loved myself because I didn't even recognize that I didn't. Getting the mental health as parents, as moms, it helps us to heal. It helps us to be more forgiving with ourselves. It helps us to be more patient with ourselves. And then inadvertently to be able to teach our child how to do that. Because like my son, I teach him, sometimes when he's feeling anyway, I ask him, what hurts? Your feelings hurt or your body? And he would tell me his feelings. And then I'm helping him now to identify those emotions, because a lot of us as children, our parents didn't do that. So how do we break the cycle? Getting mental health, speaking to a therapist, it starts today. Just taking that first step. It can be scary, but I believe that's just the avenue for us to better show up for ourselves so we can show up for our little babies.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for being so transparent with your answer. I totally support that one as well, because, you know, being a mom, especially in a world where people are expecting you to do everything, okay, I know how important the mental health is, because I have adult daughters and I have adult sons, and I want them to understand with their children that, you know, they have to take care of their mental health, because how can you take care of your baby if you're not going to take care of yourself?
Exactly. You
got to be in your right mind. You got to be in the right steps to take care of your baby. And I mean, I'm so passionate about that. That's why I asked you that question, because I don't think it's talked about enough.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're right. It is not. It is not. And you rightfully say, how can you take care of them if you're not taking care of yourself? But then also, children live what they see. They live what they learn. So if they see you not taking care of yourself, the cycle is going to continue. They're not going to take care of themselves.
Right.
They're going to keep putting people above themselves. But we have to show them that I love you, And because I love you so much, I have to take some time to love me and show up for me.
Exactly. Because you do have to take care of yourself. And I would say that, like, even in like marriages and relationships too, like you have to love yourself enough to take care of yourself so you can have that long life with your partner and with your kids.
Yes.
So I'm an advocate for all that kind of stuff. So I do want to thank you for being so open with your questions and with your answers and everything. But I want to revolve back around to your tea and transformation events.
Okay.
That's coming up on the 26th.
Okay.
Can you tell anybody how they can get tickets?
So, when you follow our page, the link to the tickets is actually in our bio. But just to share what sets Tea and Transformation apart from all the other organizations, let me tell you what we have in store for you. We have inspiring speakers. We have interactive and engaging panel discussions. We will be having a live makeup demonstration. A lucky woman is going to win a free makeover from a world-renowned makeup artist, Damien. Now, he is just fabulous. We have partnered with a myriad of sponsors. We'll be raffling off TVs, so you can get your raffle ticket for those TVs for just $2. You can maximize your entry by buying multiple tickets. And we're raising this money, as we say, to help the women and children in the DFW area. But that's not all. We'll be having a kids zone. So for all of our parents who want to come and be highly engaged, do not worry. We have a kids zone where your kids will be supervised by CPR trained women. They will have the opportunity to play basketball, volleyball, tennis. There's a playground. We're going to have food and goodie bags. All of our women who attend the event will be getting a rose on entry, because we want you to feel empowered and know that we love you. And if you struggle to love yourself, by the time you leave Tea and Transformation, you're going to be loving yourself. It's food inclusive, or brunch inclusive. Get your early bird ticket so you can get an opportunity to participate in the VIP cocktail reception. You'll have the opportunity to interact and network with all of our speakers, our panelists. You can take pictures with them, ask them questions, and connect. You never know where this connection is gonna land you. So come out and support. Follow us on Instagram, T_transformations with the S, and then the bio, you will see the tickets to go. Our early bird tickets are $90, so come out and support. If you're unable to come, we are also accepting donations as well.
Yes, please go get your tickets. This is going to be an epic event. And
Yes.
we will definitely be there too.
Yes.
Supporting. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this and about your purpose and everything that you're offering for everyone. And not to mention, she's probably going to have some jobs.
Yes. We have a recruitment agency that will be there. So if you are struggling to find jobs, there's an opportunity for you to come out and talk to somebody where we can connect you depending on the industry that you're in. If you're unable to make it, just send us an email, because we are still going to be able to assist you even after the event and before.
Oh, I love that. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Please go like and subscribe on Instagram. Please follow her. Reach out. Ladies, if you need help, please, this is your plug. This is your DFW plug. I'm telling you, you are not going to regret it. And please always go follow us on What's Up Dallas Magazine all over social media. And thank you all for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.